Hello and welcome back to my page. You're very welcome here. Very early start. Last Sunday morning, myself and the model headed up. We went through countless tolls on our way to Omagh. We stopped and stayed in Canavans. What a spectacular place Canavans is for any discerning GA fan. Please stay there. The memorabilia is insane. The service is impeccable and friendly, and the Guinness was grand, and by grand I mean beautiful. Hooked up with a couple of lads who dropped us in, local lads from Kilshaddick. Fair play. Up to support the boys. The police were there, no Garda though. That's us. We all got a photo, and then we went into O'Neill's Healy Park. My first time here. And the models. Up the yellow brick road, and we watched the Cork boys run out. No nets behind the goals. There's a Cork mentor running down after the footballs. I found that weird. It's a big game. Why don't you have nets? I was glad this fella wasn't playing. There's their boss. Burgeoning crowd. Let's do it. No, let us do it. Great tradition. Up she goes. The first half was a game of two halves. The first half of the first half, Cork came out of the blocks and set the tone with some great scores from play and from frees. It took a while for Tyrone to settle, and they did, and they had some awesome forwards. But Cork definitely in the early exchanges were the team that looked like they meant business. Number 5 for Cork was sensational. This is the magic moment of the match. Look at that, for an absolute world-class defensive move by our number 3. Just incredible. And we were enthused by that and clipped on a couple of scores. That should have been a goal. Fear not. We scored shortly after, and again after that. Number 13, definitely one of our better players in the league, and we've had a lot of good players. High scoring game, and then Tyrone. Then they decided, do you know what, enough is enough. You're on our patch. Why don't you just fuck off back down to Cork? Well, they didn't say that in so many words. That ball is lost. 5-8, and Tyrone started to step on our neck. And lovely passage of play here. And it's the narrow margins, it's the small margins in games, lads. That came off the post. Some say it should have been a goal, some say it should have been a point. It was neither. Number 5 mopping up again. Yeah, it was ebbing and flowing on both sides, and as I said, Tyrone's moment of dominance was in the latter stages, and young Canavan there clipping it over, and 14 reeling in the years, and before we knew it, it was half time and it was level pegging.
We believe these are things more important in the world than the sponsorship of money and the GAs to reflect the bodies that stand for considered commercial partnership. GA is always there.
We cannot make the mistake of doing nothing simply because we can only do a little.
I have a podcast, Conversations with CorkO'Neills. Comes out every Monday, Spotify, YouTube. It's pretty good. Give it a listen. Up she goes. And off we go. Tyrone, another goal chance, this time a save, and now a free, and the free is capitalised upon, and all of a sudden we are back, level pegging, and Tyrone's blood is up. We've come to their stomping ground and stood on their neck, and they're not happy about that, and they take the lead. And look at the ferociousness in their tackles here. Now, this wasn't going to be won easily. This is not going to be won easily. You don't go up north and they don't hand you stuff. That's just not the way it works. You have to take it. Incisive running straight down through the middle. And look at that. What's he doing back there? What's number 15 for Cork doing back there, making an earth-shattering save? The manager was above in the stands, watching it all unfold. A good place good place to be to get a different perspective, I thought. He didn't stay there for long, maybe 5-7 minutes, but you know what? That's good. That's perspective, a different angle, a different approach. You might see something that you wouldn't see on the line. I liked it. Tit for tat, in and out. Number 12 dissects both players here, and the goalkeeper comes out, but he fists it cleverly over the bar. And Cork are trying to widen the gap, but every time they do, Tyrone come back again and again. And my heart was somewhere down in the pit of my belly. I didn't know what to expect, and Tyrone were really putting pressure on, but then number 5 makes an unbelievable save, and then number 14 shoulders the fella off the ball, and the quick turnaround up into our centre forward, left curling shot high into the sky, and against the Palestine flag for freedom we were looking. High fielding ball, fisting it forward. Look at the transition, look at the speed, look at the fitness. These boys have been working hard. A goal chance, we don't go for it, we take the point. But here's a 2-pointer from the guy that was defending there a minute ago. All the lads are working hard on this team. This fella is one of the hardest workers. Just gets his free here, puts the ball down, walks back. This is a job. This has to be just completed. Too much time here though. Jesus, he had a 2 weeks holiday to put that over the bar. Not perfect, but how is it going to be perfect? This is war. Great intervention here. Number 13 cutting through them like a knife through butter. Over the bar again. Nothing between the teams. Young Canavan here, intercepted. This is one of the scores of the game, lads. Look at this. Intercepted in the full back line. Fisted forward. Sub comes on. Look at the pace of this guy. He's a veteran. But look at the speed, the athleticism. Fisted in. Onto another sub. Ooh. Ooh. Ha. Unbelievable. 15 again. He's scoring for fun. 2-pointers, 1-pointers, saves. Jesus, lads, this was a game for the ages. The technical team above sending down messages. Nothing between the teams. Nothing at all between the teams. Maybe, I think there's a goal coming into the last stages. And at that point, puts a goal between us. It's looking good. It's all over. Tasha Creekna. We're up. We're in a league final. It's not over. Even though I just said it was all over. But I think you know what I mean. Fair play to these boys. Fair play to these men. They're men. And they're great men. Well, myself and the modelling, we just had an unbelievable day then in Oma. Shooting pool, drinking pints. The locals up there were just so welcoming. And we were buzzing. Absolutely buzzing. What a day. A big long trip up. Back to, looks like we're going out with each other. We're not. We're happily married. We're promoted, boys and girls. Yeah. Up the rebels.